just say it like that. Yeah, I'm no man them talk about my back and talk about my wash no face, so we play next door. Just in case you don't know exactly who the fuck I am, it's early morning, so we turn up like this. Hello, bad mind. Good morning. Love. Hello, bad mind. Hello, bad mind. Mama pussy, the girl. It's for me and just on the feet. Yeah. We no big brush and do all of my. Get the club out with your real friend, God. We know what I'm saying. We don't fight no for nobody. Yeah. I wanna hear you sing the song. No boy, no more than we. Sing the song. Sing the song. That's it, that's good. Come on, everywhere you reach, so go. Come on, come on. Go. Turn up now. Alkaline medium some. No.
Abdul Hakeem again, and today I have Ruben with me, who's been in the community. He's running for senator, and we need to know one thing. He's running on education.
Yes.
Now, recently, a flyer came out that was kind of disturbing to the community, and they wanted to know your take on it firsthand.
Right.
Well, how do you feel about public schools and charter schools?
I support public schools. I'm a product of public schools. My wife is a guidance counselor in a public school. My mom was a teacher in a public school. My eldest daughter goes to a public school. Public schools are what allowed me to become part of the American dream. I want to make sure that we protect our public schools. I want to make sure that we invest in our public schools. That means having great teachers. That means having great leaders running our public schools. That means that we have a curriculum that is reflecting the reality and the diversity of the young people that attend the public schools. I am a full supporter of public schools.
So the school that we're looking at now, there's a building in Brownsville that the brother has surely assured us that will be put up and active. We want to know one thing about that school though. Will it be a public school or a charter school?
The one on Blake and
yes.
Rockland? What I want to do is reflect the vision of the community. So it can become a public school, it can become a community center, it can become whatever me as the elected official, we along with the community create together. So all I want to do is use my endorsement of the mayor, my partnership with the mayor, and the partnership with the community to create their vision. So it's not about already having any predetermined plan. I don't operate like that. Okay. I am here to serve the community, to lead the community, and to manifest, bring to life the vision that the community has for itself. That's my job as an elected official.
Thank you, Ruben. And there you have it. As we tell you always, we get the facts from the... All right, as always, OJ Opinion, Hood Official, we out here in the streets again.
We out here.
Hanging with the youth on our Juve Day event. And as always, we try to roll in peace.
Roll in peace, baby.
And as always, we try to keep the kids and youth focused on what they should be focused on. Right. But don't get it twisted. We're always in the trenches.
Don't get it twisted, y'all. Don't never get it twisted. We here, we live Labor Day weekend. We doing it big, Juve.
OJ Opinion, one to grow on. As always, in the trenches. Hey. Well, everybody has ambitions in their lives to do what they chose to do at the ages that they are growing. Who are we to take it away from them? Let them do what they do. But at the same time, you need to remain focused and know and understand that doing what you do can be done in a respectful manner where you do not harm or injure anyone. And Juve today is a prime example of that. Hey! Okay, this is Objective Opinion once again, and now I got the DA with me, who has been elected by the powers that be from the community. And I have a question to ask Mr. Ken Thompson, being that he's there now, in the hood, in the community. He came out to Brownsville. A lot of you guys didn't come out though, unfortunately. But just to let you know that the DA is always on point and to your disposal. But it can't be used if you don't connect with the DA himself. So that's my job, to bring these people to you. So Mr. Ken Thompson, how's it been so far?
It's been great.
I see you've been doing a lot of work as far as cleaning up the crime from back in the days.
Well, you know, I was elected to do some important work for the people of Brooklyn, and now I'm starting to do it.
So tell me, how this going to transpire further as far as the youth in our community is concerned? What's your plan for that?
Well, we have to figure out a way to stop so many young folks from coming into the criminal justice system. We got to try to save lives. And so as Brooklyn DA, my main objective is to keep people safe. But we also have to have a criminal justice system that's based on fundamental fairness. And we also can't lock up and prosecute our way out of these problems. We have to figure out ways to save these young people because they have bright futures. I was born and raised in the city, and I look at these young folks and I see me in them. And so I don't want them in the criminal justice system. I want them to go on to college. I want them to do great things which in their heart, the talents that they have. But once they get arrested, they get a criminal record, things change.
Okay, well, you've watched this a lot. Now I need you to tell them exactly how they can get in contact with you and how it could be beneficial for them to change that snitching program, the not snitching program in their community.
Well, to stop snitching has to come to an end because that doesn't protect anyone but criminals. In order for law enforcement to be effective, we need the support of the community. And so that's why I came to Brownsville. I brought my entire executive team and sat in that school for hours to speak to the good people of Brownsville about how we could stop the gun violence and how we can make that community safer. There's no reason why the 73rd precinct in Brownsville and the 75th precinct in East New York continue to lead the city year after year and change homicides. We need to change that. Brownsville is a place where great people live, and the children of Brownsville must be safe.
Thank you for your time,
Thank you, brother.
And there you have it, straight from the hood. Objective opinion. Peace.
Just like celebrate where you're from, and like just to have fun with all the people who are like you. Juve is just excitement and having fun.
These trap guys out here shooting money. You already know.
Our Director Office of Immigrant Affairs, the woman who's going to make sure those municipal ID cards are in the hands of people who deserve them. Let's move forward together. Bill Howard.
No, I wanted you to introduce some of your colleagues to my left here, the controller and
We have Controller Scott Strader. We have Manhattan Borough President Gail Brewer. Who have we missed? Frank Sedio, Democratic leader of Brooklyn. And we will see him on the Parkway. He has been working the Caribbean. Frank Sedio has been working the Caribbean Parade since it started in 1967. Am I right? 45 years. He is what we call a veteran. Frank, thank you for all you have done to make this parade great.
Thank you very much. And on to the Parkway. Mr. Mayor, would you mind taking a picture in the front with Monique Nelson, our only Grand Marshal here? Go right in the front.
What's on your mind?
Any comments about Senator Cruz's comments about Bronx having border problems or Manhattan having border problems?
Say again?
Any comments about Senator Cruz's comments about Manhattan having border problems?
I haven't heard those comments, honestly.
Commissioner Mayor, it was a violent night, I understand, overnight.
We did unfortunately have an incident this morning before the morning parade. Degree of criminal. Fire at the crowd.
forward to spending time with the youth.
Any comments about upcoming school year?
We feel great. People have been working all through the weekend. Great preparations in place. As we've said, we're looking at any program. If we're not satisfied, we're not going to open that individual site. There'll be a handful of those. But the vast majority of the sites are coming along very, very well. A lot of excitement, a lot of energy. As I've seen in some of the reporting, principals, teachers, people getting ready. Because they know it's a historic moment for the city and it's going to be a game changer for our school system. So we feel great, and we are well over 50,000 enrollees, and I think it's going to be a great success.
Two more guys.
Anybody who's not gone yet? Okay.
Commissioner, I just wanted to ask regarding the shooting tonight.
Yes, thanks to the mayor and his support, we have several thousand additional officers on the streets on every weekend, including over here in Brooklyn. 7-9 precinct. The other evening we had 3 anti-crime officers plainclothes on overtime, not normally be here. Encountered an individual that they attempted to stop and question him. He fled. They began to pursue. He turned and shot at them. As luck would have it, at the end of the block were 2 uniformed police officers fresh out of the academy, also on overtime assignment over here. They ran toward the shooting. Another shooting occurred. He attempted to shoot at those officers and did wound one of the uniformed officers. He himself, the suspect, was shot in the exchange of gunfire, and he was arrested about a half block later. I was at the station house, visited the officer. He was in good shape and was released that evening. All of this was captured on video. An extraordinary job of officers doing what you expect them to do. They saw something, they did something. They got a career criminal who had just gotten out on parole with a firearm off the streets of Brooklyn at great risk to themselves. So they performed in an extraordinary fashion.
I just want to echo that. I mean, this is really extraordinary professionalism and the bravery of rookie officers, you know, looking down the barrel of a gun on the streets for the first time, and they responded just the way their training taught them to. This is an extraordinary moment of people doing everything right and getting the bad guy in the process. I want to note one other thing that's happened over the last week. It did get some coverage, but I don't think it got celebrated the way it deserved to. You know, just over the last week, we've had 3 situations where an NYPD officer performed CPR and saved an infant. You know, 2 in the Bronx, 1 in Brooklyn. Now, think about what this means when one of our officers comes to the aid of a family that's at that moment fearing they're going to lose their baby. The officer saves that life. I spoke to Officer Khan, who was in the first of the 3 of these 3 heroic acts, and I said to him, you know, I hope you realize for the rest of your life you're going to be able to look back and know you saved that baby's life. You changed the course of that family's history. This is what the NYPD does every single day. The fact that 3 of them happen in just around a week's time is an extraordinary statement on the professionalism and dedication of our officers, and that's a story I hope gets talked about a lot more. Last call, going once, going twice.
Again, for both of you, the reaction to the medical examiner ruling, there was a homicide of death in police custody, a gentleman who had been, I guess, high on PCP. Your thoughts on that matter?
Look, what we do know from the medical examiner's report is he was high on PCP, and we have obviously a lot of indication that he was in a very difficult situation, flailing about and not able to stop and a danger to himself and others. And from everything we've seen so far, the protocol was followed to protect him and protect everyone around him by restraining him. Obviously, his other medical circumstances and the drug use played a role in his demise. But there will be a full investigation by the Internal Affairs Bureau, by the Manhattan DA. There always has to be a full investigation. We guarantee that to all the charges. But this is really a tragic incident that obviously was related to the drug use.
Just, Commissioner, do you feel like
I think unfortunately, the medical examiner's use of the term homicide is an MEU's, not the legal definition. And I think from all of you, I think the public in general, they see the word homicide and they immediately conjure up images of a criminal act. It is not that. It is a medical use of a term different than the legal term. So that I think, unfortunately, as soon as we see homicide, everybody assumes that the officers acted inappropriately or even in a criminal fashion. That is not the case. It is a term of art, if you will, by MEs, and it is different from what the district attorney will look at, and certainly different from what we look at. As the mayor has indicated, all the preliminary information we
me? I with my squad and shit. We just coolin' on a nice day, you feel me? My name Trouble Up though, you heard? Kick on board.
And all y'all was at Juve last night, right?
Facts, so it was litty.
So what you think about Juve?
It's actually a good experience, it's fun. There's wild females out there, you feel me? So the mayor wanna bump through, you probably get a one night spam, his wife don't find out, you feel me?
You guys come this way.
He good though, you heard?
But Mayor DiBlasio said he would actually go to Juve. What do you think of that?
Tell him to come through, make sure you have some licks, make sure you loosen up, and get down to his culture, you feel me? You better do the breakdown dance one time for the one time, you heard?
Hey!
Brooklyn, make some noise for Lebanon Weekend 2014, let's go! Hey! Welcome to Governor Breton, welcome to Mayor Bill DiBlasio, Public Advocate NYC Council Speaker, Chris James, and Melissa Vinciento.
Let's move out the way, because everybody.
Just for you, come on,
Thank you. You know, Brooklyn is really in the house today, and we are in a good place as a borough and as the richness of the Caribbean community. You know, first of all, both as state senator and as borough president, I represented a real large chunk of Crown Heights, Flatbush, and other parts of the borough. And I've always had an awesome amount of support from the diaspora of the Caribbean community. And I want to say thank you for letting me be a Grand Marshal this year. Listen, in Brooklyn, you learn how to talk over the crowd. Let people do their thing. You know, let people interject and just enjoy themselves. This is a moment where we're just going to appreciate the entire energy of the Caribbean community. I'm looking forward to be Grand Marshal, looking forward to marching. I'm looking forward to spending the next 4 years and continue to make this borough a great place to live and raise healthy children and family. Thank you, committee. Thank you for what you have done. Let's make this a good, safe parade. Thank you very much.